What's up, everybody, and welcome to another SUPERX review. My name is Jemillio, for those of you guys who might be new here. And this is a huge drop, not just a huge drop, it's the biggest drop that SUPERX has ever done. 19 items in total, 7 characters, that's 7 in ASL for those of you guys that don't know. There's something here for everyone, including the ladies. Some of the things I like a little bit more than others. What are my thoughts? We're gonna get into that. Usually I like to talk about the property and the characters a little bit more and kind of like nerd out with you guys, but there's a lot of clothes to get through. So I don't want to make the video longer than it needs to be. So we're going to talk about each item or each clothing group, I should say. So each character in the drop and all the pieces of clothing that go along with that character. And that's how I'm going to kind of organize this video. We're going to start off first with Captain America. I am 5'10", 185 to 190 pounds, and I'm wearing a large in the jacket and a large in the joggers. I'm saving the best for first in this case. I love this jacket. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is one of my favorite items in this entire drop. This is one of my favorite jackets, or hoodies I should say, that they've ever come out with. The thing about this that makes it so great is they use this different silicone patch that they've never used before on the front and the back. The star is kind of raised in the middle. On the back, the shield is these different rings of rubber silicone. It's on there real good, but it just brings the quality up higher than they've ever done before. They have mesh strategically placed, I'm like a mush mouth there, strategically placed in different parts of the hoodie. So it's kind of in the center of the chest, it's on the shoulders, and it's on the oblique area. And this is a pullover, and I like the fact that it's a pullover. They haven't done a limited edition kind of tracksuit pullover jacket in a little while. They did it with the Green Ranger, but they haven't done one in just a little while. So I like that a lot. I love this deep color blue. It's this cotton polyester spandex blend, for those of you guys who are not familiar with SUPERX clothes, which gives it this sort of silky smooth feel. This does not feel like, I promise you, this doesn't feel like any hoodie you probably ever worn before. Maybe it has, but I would bet it probably doesn't feel like anything you've ever worn before. I don't have any jackets that feel like SUPERX clothes. It's very, it feels great on the skin. It's this weird combination of feeling breathable yet warm. It moves with you. It doesn't hinder your movement at all. This is true active wear. This is everything that active wear is supposed to be. I should say active outerwear. It's everything that it is supposed to be. I love this hoodie a lot. It's one of my favorites that they've ever made. The pockets are great too. You have 2 pockets on this hoodie, or sorry, I say 2 zippers on this hoodie, but it's 1 pocket. My sizing recommendation for the hoodie is true to size. I normally wear a large. I wear a large here. I would not recommend sizing down, even for those of you guys that like your jackets feeling a little bit snug, or some of you guys just kind of wear your jackets bareback. You just sort of have no shirt on and put your hoodie on. Nothing wrong with that if you like to do it. I don't, I always wear a shirt. But even if you're that kind of person, I wouldn't recommend sizing down in this either, because it's a pullover. If you size down, it's gonna be really hard to get off. If you size up, it's gonna look kind of baggy on you. If you like that, and you like kind of a real baggy look, then you can size up if you want. Recommendation for me is stay true to size. Whatever size you normally wear in jackets, wear that in this one. Now we're going to move on to the joggers. Same thing, love this color blue. They have this other silicone kind of rubber patch here on the left side. Really high quality, has that raised star up in the middle. This buttery soft fabric, the same that's on the jacket. The drawstring works great. The waistband is great. The pockets are fine. You have all of these pockets on here. So you have 4 pockets in total. 1 on each side at the top, and then 1 on each side at the thigh. They're cargo pockets. They also have zippers, so all your stuff's gonna be secured in them. And at the bottom of the joggers, there is this cuff. I love these joggers a lot. Even if I didn't want to wear the hoodie, I would still rock these joggers. Some of the most comfortable joggers I've ever worn. There's mesh on the back of the calf here, highly detailed. They move with you. They're comfortable to run in, squat in, whatever you need to if you're doing martial arts, etc. These joggers are very comfortable. They're not gonna be as tight because of the cargo pocket, so they are gonna fit a little bit looser on your leg. My sizing recommendation for these, as with the hoodie, is to stay true to size. If you want, you can go down and they're gonna feel a little bit tighter on your legs. Me personally, I don't like to size down on my joggers because they're too tight on my leg and I don't like that. If you size up, they're gonna be pretty baggy. So again, my recommendation is true to size, whatever size you wear, stick with that. There are 3 more items that are part of this Captain America drop, and the first one are the mesh shorts. Now, at the time of me filming this video, I do not have the mesh shorts in hand for Captain America. The sample for that was not done. But I do have all of the shorts for the other characters. So the thing with the shorts are, they're all the same except for the colors. So the colors are obviously different, the drawstring, the outside part, the inner liner, everything, and even the design is different, but the materials are the same. So I can't comment on the Captain America design, but I can give you a thorough review of what I think about just the shorts as a whole. So later in the video, you're gonna hear that. So I'm skipping over the shorts for Captain America, don't have it. We're moving on to the next item, which is the performance t-shirt. Now, I'm wearing a large in this as well. Stay true to size on this. I do not recommend going down in size. I do not recommend going up in size, simply because it is an elongated cut. So the hoodie is like this too, and their shirts are like this, where it's an elongated cut. My thoughts on the shirt are, I think it's great. Now, for some of you guys who may have bought the Assassin's Creed performance t-shirt and who bought the Wolverine performance shirt, or even the Deadpool one, those are pretty loose in the body. Even like I have the Alter Ego tank top, that's pretty loose in the body too. This fits closer to the body. So it doesn't fit like a compression shirt where it's like super tight, but they've trimmed the sides down. So if you're somebody like myself that has a flat stomach, I take care of my body, I'm on top of my eating and all that kind of stuff, I don't necessarily want to always wear loose fitting shirts. I don't mind them. Like I have the Assassin's Creed shirt, I wear it almost every week. Love that thing, by the way. But I do like this because it's just a little more trim. So that's something that I do really like about this shirt. And in terms of the detail, it has that same great silicone kind of raised star that's on the shirt there. And then on the back, it has the shield, the same that's on the limited edition hoodie and jogger set. The stitching is great. There's mesh material under the arm at the oblique area, red mesh and white mesh. I love this color blue. And yeah, I mean, there's really nothing that I can say negative about the shirt, except for maybe on this one, they have cuffs. So there's a cuff on the arm. Some of these shirts have no cuff and some of these shirts have a cuff. I personally prefer the no cuff just because I have bigger arms. So I mean, my arms are bigger than most. You know, I don't have some giant like 22s. I think my arms are like 16 inches. I gotta measure anyway. But I have bigger arms than most. So if you're somebody who has like really big arms, then the cuff, it's not uncomfortable. It's just a little more snug. That's all I can say. I don't really notice it. It's just, I can tell it's a little more snug on my arm versus the ones that don't have a cuff. I'm gonna let you know which ones have a cuff and which ones don't. These have a cuff. I still like the shirt, doesn't bother me at all, but I would prefer if it just didn't have it on there, just my personal preference. All right, let's go on to the long sleeve. The long sleeve is made out of the same exact material as the short sleeve. So both of these are made out of a polyester spandex blend. There's no cotton in it, so it has that performance feel. It's very slick, very silky, very stretchy, wicks away moisture, moves with you, kind of keeps you cool. It is what you would think of when you think of like a performance shirt. It's not very thick, it's thinner, it's very light. So again, it's not like a compression top where it just kind of sucks everything in. It has the same detail on the short sleeve with the silicone patch on the front there and the silicone patch on the back. It has the same mesh in the same areas. The only difference obviously is it's long sleeve, not short sleeve. Both of these things also have what's called a serger stitch, and you can see it all around the shoulder and on the arms. And the reason why the serger stitch is so great is because you don't have to worry about the stitching coming undone. It makes it more durable. These are all separate panels stitched together. That's something that if you don't know about SUPERX clothes or you're new to the brand, SUPERX clothes, when you see all these stitch lines and stuff, it's not just one piece and they just added lines for detail. It's sort of what they call like a 3D type stitching, or like almost like an armor-like design, where they take all these separate panels and stitch them together. So if you're gonna have all these separate panels and stitch them together, like you can for a short sleeve or like you can for a long sleeve, you want to make sure that the stitching is very, very secure. And as you're moving around and doing your daily activities, doing anything, it could be rock climbing, it could be weightlifting, boxing, playing racquetball, you know, whatever you're doing, you don't want to have to worry about the stitching coming undone wash after wash after wash, and you don't have to worry about that with these clothes. I'm wearing a large in the long sleeve as well. Sizing recommendation for that one is, again, true to size. Don't size down, don't size up. I really don't see the need to do either one. If you size down, it's gonna be extremely tight. If you size up, the arms are probably gonna be too long, and it's probably gonna be super long in the body. So just stay true to size. Overall, I think the Captain America stuff is freaking perfect. I love the fact that they kind of went with their own design. They didn't try to, you know, grab direct inspiration from any one movie or any one property. They kind of went their own way with it, while still, in my opinion, staying true to the look of the character. I love the details, how the inside of the hood is white. I love the details on the long sleeve, the short sleeve, all that stuff. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. The fabric feels great. And so yeah, those are my thoughts on Captain America. Now we're gonna go into Black Panther. First, we're starting off with the hoodie. So the hoodie is a real cool design because, again, they kind of went their own way. They didn't necessarily go with one particular movie. The thing that I like about this is it's very, very subtle. They went with the black and gray. There's mesh highlights, or mesh details, I should say, on the shoulders. Feels great, great moving around when you're moving your arms around, and there's mesh on the forearms. Now, this feels tighter to the body. It doesn't feel as loose in the body as the Captain America one because this is a zip up and that one is a pull over. If I gotta pick one out of the two, I prefer the feeling of the Captain America one just because I kind of like that little bit of looseness in the body. But if you're somebody who likes your jackets feeling really close and a little more snug, a little more fitted, then you're gonna like this one. We have, again, more silicone detail. So on the back, the cool thing is it's not raised, but it's a cool Black Panther patch that's there. And then down the middle of the back in the Wakandan script letters, it says Wakanda Forever. And this was approved by Marvel. So Marvel was picky about like making sure that they got the exact right alphabet, because sometimes you go online and some of the letters are kind of off, but this exact kind of letter script was looked at and reviewed by Marvel. The top of the hoodie has these reflective strips on top to kind of mimic the highlights on his mask. And you have two zipper pockets, one on each side. Now these pockets are pretty small. You can't really put much in them. I wish the pockets were a little bit bigger. That's kind of one of the things that I wish they would have changed on this, is just making the pockets a little bit bigger so you can kind of get your full hand in there. And again, this fits closer to the body. This is not as loose as the other one. But besides that, I think it's a great hoodie. If you're a Black Panther fan, the nice thing with this is it doesn't look like you're wearing a costume. You know, you could walk around anywhere with this, walk into a gym, whatever. I think that any Black Panther fan would be very, very pleased with this hoodie. Let's get into the joggers now. I'm wearing a large in these joggers as well, the same as I was wearing a large in the hoodie. And same material as the Captain America and the Black Panther hoodie. Same material, cotton polyester spandex blend. It feels very, very nice on the body. There's a mesh highlight around the back part of them, or like the upper part of the butt area. And then you have mesh at the gusset. The gusset is the crotch area of the pants. You have a Black Panther logo on the left thigh, and you have two pockets here, and the pockets on these are great. They're deep enough. You can get your whole hand in there. They zip up and down very easily. Now I want to bring out something about these joggers, and it's important for me to point this out. there's this cool detail that's down the legs that kind of looks like his suit. But the thing about this is if I turn the joggers inside out, you can even kind of see it here. The stitching on this is very, very thick. So you don't have to worry about the stitching coming undone, but the stitching on this is very, very thick, and you do feel it on your legs. And I wore these around for a few hours, and I was trying to figure out, like, is this that big of a deal? Do I not notice it? And I do notice it. So if I'm walking around, and let's say I'm just weightlifting, let's say I'm just doing general weightlifting, I could wear these joggers no problem. I think, you know, the fact that this blend that they have is so comfortable, it feels good. But with where these stitch lines are and how the detail falls across your leg, it kind of collects a lot at the knee area in terms of the stitching. Now, what does it feel like? Is it itchy? Is it abrasive? Did I have a rash or anything like that? And the answer would be no. The best way I could use to describe it is, imagine if you had shoelaces that were stitched, like rounded shoelaces that were stitched on the inside of your joggers. It's noticeable. It's not abrasive. You can deal with it, but you notice it. And I especially noticed it if I was doing anything where I was moving my legs around. So let's say if I'm squatting up and down, if I got to move my legs around a lot, let's say I'm boxing, let's say I'm jumping rope, I would not run in these joggers. I would walk around in them, do basic weightlifting, but I would not do anything that requires me to move my legs around a lot because I just didn't find them as comfortable, especially being compared to like the Captain America joggers. Great looking joggers, overall comfortable, but if you're somebody who is gonna use these to run in, you do martial arts, you do anything where you're doing a lot of stuff moving your legs, I wouldn't necessarily recommend these for that very reason. My sizing recommendation for the Black Panther hoodie and joggers would be true to size. Again, don't really see a reason to size down or size up. Stay true to size. Now let's go on to the Black Panther shorts. These things are fantastic. I love these. So all of these shorts have this sort of stretch mesh. They're mesh, but they stretch at the same time. And they all have this liner on the inside. Now, the liner on the inside of the Assassin's Creed shorts, I have both the light and the dark. I wear them almost every week. They're a polyester liner. It's the same liner that's on the Deadpool and the Wolverine shorts. Polyester liner, feels good. Most liners on the shorts that you're gonna find that are active, you're gonna find polyester because, again, it's going to wick away moisture. It's not going to absorb it. What they did on these, it's a little bit different. So those are very comfortable. I wear those almost every week. No complaints, no issues at all. With the liner of this one, they use nylon. Now, nylon is a fabric that you feel on a lot of like Lululemon type clothing. And I thought I liked the polyester liner. The nylon liner is better. Like, this mesh feels amazing on this. It's like silky smooth. It's got all this stretch to it. It feels great. And the cool thing with these shorts, and on all these shorts, you're gonna see like they didn't just go with like black outside or, you know, one color outside and the same color inside. So these are black and gray on the outside, and there's purple liner on the inside, and the drawstrings are purple too. These shorts feel great. The left pocket is a zipper pocket and the right pocket is the open pocket. They feel great on the waist. I'm wearing a medium in these Black Panther shorts. I would say wear true to size. So I'm a large in all my shorts. I should have had a large in these, so they're a little snug on me. I would not say size up or size down in these. I definitely would say go true to size. So on the other shorts, you'll see me I'm wearing a large, and those are the ones that fit me better. But these Black Panther shorts I like a lot. I love this kind of subtle design. You also have the Black Panther logo on them. And yeah, I mean, only good things to say about these shorts. Getting right into the short sleeve, the only difference here really is just the design that you're seeing, because it's the same material as the Captain America. All the long sleeves and short sleeves I'm gonna talk about in this drop, they're all the same except for the design. So it's really gonna come down to what character you like the most and the design. The Hawkeye one is a little bit different. I'm gonna get into that later, but for the most part, they're all pretty much the same. So of course you got Black Panther logo there right in the middle, the same polyester spandex material. These also have a cuff on the arms, and I mentioned in the Captain America one, this Black Panther one has the same thing. So I would prefer if they didn't have cuffs on the arms, but it's still comfortable, doesn't bother me, doesn't hurt, it's not like it cuts off my circulation or anything like that. And then on the back, you have Wakanda Forever again in the Wakandan script. This one is a lot thicker. Like the font is just bigger than on the hoodie, but it's the exact same alphabet, of course. And then you have mesh under the arm and on the oblique area, just like on the Captain America one. I like this one a lot. If you were to pair this with like the shorts, you'd have like an A1 combo in my opinion. Here I'm wearing the long sleeve. Again, a large in the short sleeve and a large in the long sleeve here. And the long sleeves the same. You have the logo in the middle of the chest there. On the back, you have Wakanda Forever on the back. And of course, you don't have to worry about the cuffs on the sleeves because it's a long sleeve. Feels just as good as the Captain America one. Same great material, same great feel. It really just comes down to which character you like the most. There's really nothing that I would change on this. I think it feels great, I think it looks great. Again, if you want to say screw the tracksuit and you want to pick up like this with those pairs of that pair of shorts, I think you got a winning combo. Sizing recommendations for those are stay true to size. Don't go up, don't go down. Just stick with your normal size. Again, about 185 to 190. I'm 5'10" with a little bit more of a muscular build, and I'm wearing a large in both that short sleeve and in that long sleeve. Now, let's talk about Iron Man. Iron Man has 3 items. He doesn't have a hoodie and jogger set. He has a short sleeve, a long sleeve, and shorts. Let's first talk about the short sleeve. Same material as the other 2 that I talked about. Not a whole lot to go over here in terms of the, the stitch pattern of the design, the meshes in the same spots. But I do want to talk about the color. Red and yellow are very hard to get right because if you don't get them right, you wind up looking like you're doing a commercial for McDonald's. You wind up having this Ronald McDonald look going on. They nailed whatever Pantone this is. It's like this burgundy color and this bronze color. I think they freaking nailed it. I hope the camera's doing it justice. It looks absolutely fantastic. And then in the center, it looks almost like the mark, like the triangular arc reactor that he had in Iron Man. It kind of reminds me of like Iron Man 2 that he had on. So it's that triangular arc reactor. I like that they went with that one and not the circular one, and so it doesn't look like a target. To me, it just makes it a little more original, makes it stand out just a little bit more in a good way. On the back, you do have the Iron Man helmet in flat silicone on the the trap area and the center of the back. But I like the fact that they went with the arc reactor in the middle. I think that was a really, really nice touch. This shirt feels great, feels like the other ones. I'm wearing a large. I would say go true to size. Don't go up, don't go down. Something I forgot to mention too about the Iron Man short sleeve is that it doesn't have that same cuff like the other long sleeves do, and I actually like that better. So this cuff is more like the Assassin's Creed short sleeves that came out. I prefer that feeling just a little bit better. Again, the other ones don't hurt, don't cut on blood circulation or anything like that, but I just like how this one feels. So if that is something that you like a lot, you don't want a cuff kind of around the arm, then the Iron Man short sleeve might be the one that you prefer. Let's talk about that long sleeve. The long sleeve mimics the same design as the short sleeve. All the meshes in the exact same spots. It's that same great colorway, that burgundy with that bronze kind of gold color. I think it looks great. I'm wearing a large in this as well. And again, true to size, just stick to your size. Now I want to get right into the shorts because both of these items look great with these shorts. Iron Man shorts, you can kind of go with any design. Like you could have put a picture of him flying on there or whatever, but I love this design on here because it just looks like tech wear. That's kind of what it looks like to me. It just looks like, I don't know, like if I said, Jarvis, make me some shorts, it would look kind of something like this. That's just kind of what I think. And I like how, again, it matches perfectly with the other tops. The pockets are the same. So on the left side, you got a zipper pocket, kind of a hideaway zipper pocket. Right side is open, and you have the Iron Man face logo on the leg. I was thinking, like, would I like if they put an arc reactor on there instead of the face? But I actually like his face being on there because that's, you know, kind of the only way that you would know that it's Iron Man, because this could kind of be almost anything. And the inside liner on this is gold. So they didn't just do red on red. It's that kind of, you know, dark red on the outside and then gold on the inside liner. I think these look great. You know, perfect shade of color, matches perfectly with the other tops. Like I said, I'm wearing a large in these. I would say stick true to your size. If you normally wear a large, wear a large. If you wear a small, stick to a small. But I'm wearing a large in these. I think they fit me great. I can bend, move, flex, do whatever I gotta do in these shorts. They feel fantastic. Now we're gonna go on to the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk only has 2 items, a performance t-shirt and the mesh shorts. Let's talk about the t-shirt first. So it's pretty much the same material. Not pretty much, it is the same material as all the other t-shirts. Some noticeable differences on this one is this one does have that kind of reinforced cuff at the arm. And I gotta talk about this color. I normally do not like green. It's just not my color, but they nailed it in my opinion. I mean, green and purple is a weird combination. It just kind of looks odd. There's a couple of characters that you see with them, like Lex Luthor's kind of known for having purple and green. You kind of see him with that. Joker, of course, is purple and green. It's just not, you know, 2 colors that you generally will see go together. And I think they got the perfect Pantone for this green and this deep purple yellow. It's like this dark forest green with this deep purple yellow. I'm not one that, I don't have really any green shirts, and I put this shirt on and my girl was like, oh, that green looks really good on you. So it even flatters my skin complexion. I mean, this was the shirt that I didn't even think I was gonna like notice that much. I was like, oh, okay, it's cool, it's whatever. But this kind of jumped to the front of the pack for me just because of how, I guess I would say, rich the color is. I don't know like the right word to use, but in terms of logos, you have a fist in purple in the center of the chest there, and on the upper back you just have the SUPERX logo, nothing else. There is a little bit of detail here on the arm. It says Hulk Smash there on the right arm in green, but the light just kind of hits it and it kind of shines. So I like that it wasn't in purple or black or anything like that. It's kind of like a small little detail. Let's go on to the shorts. The shorts also have that dark, rich plum purple. I'm wearing a large in these. And again, I think they nailed the color here. It works great with the shirt. This deep plum is so nice that you could wear it with like a white t-shirt, black t-shirt, and you know, the shorts look different, but they don't just scream out at you, which I think is great. The liner inside of these is green, so you still got that, you know, green and purple going on here, but it's only on the inside that you see the green. On the left, you have that fist symbol there for the Hulk. Sizing recommendation, true to size on these. On the t-shirt, true to size, same as everything else. Now let's talk about Black Widow for the ladies. The ladies have been waiting patiently for some female SUPERX apparel gear. And instead of me trying this thing on, I couldn't even fit into this even if I wanted to. I actually had my girl put it on, and I want to show you guys what her thoughts were on this item. Okay, so first impressions. You're wearing a size medium, again, about 128 pounds. And what are some things you like about it? What are some things you don't like about it?
I do like how versatile the top is. I can wear it with kind of any color pants. I do like how the fabric moves with my body and with movements, motions. I do like it is compressive. I do feel support like in the bust area. What I don't particularly care for is the placement of, I don't know if it's the darts, but the placement of the
it's the reflective strips.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of like accentuates like the nipple area. So I would have maybe wanted maybe a different placement. And the only other thing I can think of is inside I do feel the stitching a little bit.
The inside where
of the sleeves.
Oh, where the reflective strips are, so right in here. Got it, okay.
So you do feel it, like once you put it on, after a while it gets better. You do feel it more just with motion. However, if you're just like standing, like you should be okay, or not moving as much. The more you move, does it irritate you more, or do you notice that you kind of forget about it after a while? No, after a while you just forget about it. But I mean, you are eventually, like, you are aware that, you know, it is there, but you know, it wouldn't stop me from buying it. But if you are sensitive, you know, some people are sensitive to like different types of fabric or on their skin, and things like, I guess, poking them or just rubbing up against them, then that might be an issue. But other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Got it. All right, thanks.
Okay.
Now, this is a very important disclaimer, so make sure you watch this part. They did change where the convergence of the reflective line goes. It is at the waist, it is not at the bust. When I put this on my girlfriend, I let them know like, hey, this is kind of how it's looking, and they said, oh no, that's not okay. Went over, talked back to the manufacturer and was like, hey, we need to get this changed. So they did in fact change it on the final item. You'll see the pictures on the website. They did make that change. The reason why I just wanted to keep this in the video is because I just wanted to show you guys like what her perspective was, and I wanted to show you what it looks like on a live human model, you know, that isn't under studio lights, and you know, it doesn't have a lot of quick, fast edits and all that kind of stuff. So she's between 125 and 128, 5'1", and she's wearing a size medium here. So I asked her if she wanted to, if she was okay with that size, if she would have liked to size up or size down, and she says no, the medium is perfect. So that was pretty much it, but they are gonna change it. So ladies, have no fear. You're not gonna have to worry about, you know, the reflective strips going in there. Look at the pictures on the website if you have any questions. But yeah, so that's the Black Widow item. Now we're gonna go into Hawkeye. Hawkeye only has one item as well, the same as Black Widow, and he has a performance t-shirt. Now, this is my favorite t-shirt out of the entire drop, and I'll tell you why I was holding it backwards, and I'll tell you why. Because one, it doesn't have the cuffs on the arms, and two, what they did with this is there's that mesh material that was under the arms and on the oblique areas for pretty much all the other short sleeves. They put it on the chest here, it's on the shoulders, and it loops around to the upper back area where you have the Hawkeye symbol there, and it feels great. It feels really, really good. To me, it's the best feeling t-shirt out of all the t-shirts. The other ones feel good too, but this one to me jumped to the front of the pack. Now, does this purple perfectly match the Hulk shorts? No, it doesn't. Sorry to tell you if you're trying to mix and match certain outfits, but it doesn't perfectly match. But I think I really like the shade of purple that they went with here. And yeah, I mean, it just feels very, very comfortable. Like, there's really nothing on here that I would change. It's not all flashy. They didn't, you know, I wouldn't have added more logos and more stitching on the torso or anything like that. I actually want to see more shirts made like this that sort of have this mesh on the chest and on the back. I hope they do, but this one's a winner to me. I'm wearing a large again in this. Stay true to size in this as well. And last but definitely least is Thor. I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm not a big fan of Thor. This has nothing to do with the clothes. I'm just not a big fan of the character. Thor: Love and Thunder, I almost walked out of the theater. That's how, I'm going on a tangent. Anyway, let's talk about the clothes. So the cool thing with the long sleeve, and there's only 2 items for his drop, by the way. It's a long sleeve and a pair of shorts. But the cool thing with the long sleeve is that they went with I think it's called the triquetra. It's not the exact symbol that's on his hammer, but it's like a version of it that's on Mjolnir. And I like how they went with that instead of just the hammer. On the back of the long sleeve, you have the hammer, but I think it's cool that they decided to go with that instead of just the, you know, on the nose Thor's hammer. The other cool thing with this is they kind of went with the sort of chainmail arm look that he has on some of his costumes. Now, the arms are more plain, and the question would be like, man, you know, why isn't there more detail and stitching on the arm to kind of mimic the, not chainmail, but you know what I mean, like almost like the armor, I shouldn't say chainmail, but it's almost like the armor plating, you know, that's kind of on his arms, on some of the outfits that he's worn in some of the comics, and he had it like in the first Thor movie. And the reason really is because if you had all of that stitching on here, I could see it being extremely uncomfortable. I could see it being very kind of like abrasive on the arms, just having all that stitching if they tried to like mimic that. So does it look a little more plain? Yes, but I think from a functional standpoint, that was the good move. I think that was the right choice. I'm wearing a large in this. One other thing I want to bring out is like the arms on here look really long on me. I was told that the arms are gonna be shortened by about 1.5 inches. With that said, I still would recommend sticking true to size. Do not go down in size, do not go up in size. I would just say stick true to size. Now we gotta talk about these shorts. I'm wearing a large in these also as well, because these are the loudest shorts that are in the entire drop. You got these, they're blue, you have all this blue lightning going down this down the front and the back. On the right side, you have this big triquetra symbol there. These are the loudest ones. Now, for me personally, I would not reach for these shorts because I'm not really into loud graphic shorts. They are trending though. Like as the time of me filming this video, I live in LA. People wear loud graphic shorts, especially younger guys in gyms and stuff like that. And I like the fact that SUPERX said, okay, well, let's try to make something that has that hits a variety of different tastes as much as we can while staying within kind of the brand identity. I'm the kind of person that would most likely grab like the Black Panther or the Iron Man one. I wear the Black Wolverine shorts. I have the light and dark Ezio shorts that I wear almost every week at this point, like I said before. But these are not ones that I would reach and grab, not because of the quality or anything. It's just, I'm not a big Thor fan, and to me, it's just a little bit too loud. But again, just my personal opinion. Overall, I think they still look great. They still have that great nylon liner on the inside. Feels fantastic. Man, this stuff feels good. Like seriously, all the rest of their shorts, they need to use this nylon liner because it feels freaking amazing. But that's the entire drop, guys. I mean, if you guys want a discount code on anything on their site, including this, use my discount code at checkout, please. Jemil, J-E-M-I-L. It'll give you 15% off anything on their site, and it helps support me to keep making these videos. Overall, I'm very happy with this drop. I think they have some great items. Outside of a couple of hiccups, like I said, the Black Panther joggers, and there was the mess up with the Black Widow long sleeve, which again, they said that they fixed. But overall, I'm very happy with this drop. Let me know in the comments what you think of the clothes. You think they look like crap? You think they look cool? You think they look bad or awesome? Whatever. Let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you have any questions about sizing, anything like that, let me know and ask the question. I'm gonna get to as many questions as I can. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.